If you've been on the fence for a little while, I'm here to tell you to just do it. Just do it. If you're looking to move to Albuquerque, New Mexico here within the next year or so, in today's video, guys, I have a fun one. I'm gonna be going over the top 3 reasons why you should be thinking about moving to Albuquerque, New Mexico in 2024, especially if you're looking to save some money. So hang tight, grab your pen and your pad, and let's get into today's video. I know when you talk about New Mexico and Albuquerque, you're thinking Breaking Bad, Oppenheimer, aliens, all this stuff, right? But there's one thing that I like to bring to people's attention when it does come down to moving down here, and it's everything that we have to offer that you don't know about, right? From our rich landscapes, our rich culture. We are a melting pot of culture, so with so much diversity here, it's more of a reason for you guys to move here. If you're looking for inclusivity, you're looking for events year-round, you're looking for mild weather, and we're gonna get into all of this, guys. So in today's video, it's just gonna be so much information for you guys that hopefully it makes that decision to move down here to Albuquerque that much easier. And I gotta remind you guys, if this is your first time tuning into the Living in Albuquerque channel, welcome. My name is Eli. Do yourself a huge favor and hit that subscribe and notification bell down at the bottom. That way you guys never miss out on any videos, because I am dropping videos every week talking about what our beautiful state of New Mexico and city of Albuquerque have to offer. Now, aside from doing these videos, guys, I gotta be totally transparent and honest with you. I am a licensed broker here in the state of New Mexico, and we're helping a ton of people move down here from all across the United States. So if that's you and you're looking to move down here within the next 90 days, feel free to reach out. That number popping up on the screen is my direct line. And as much as I love doing these videos, I love to hop on a quick Zoom call with you guys to go over all the details. The biggest topic of conversation that we have with our people every week on these Zoom calls is going to be the topic of affordability when it comes to homes. When you're taking a look at the market, when you're on Zillow, on the MLS, and we create special MLS searches for you guys on these calls, we actually go into depth as far as what affordability looks like based off of your wants and needs. And every time people are surprised of what they can afford. And it's crazy to me because some of these markets that you're looking at, like Denver, Dallas, Phoenix, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, that are, our direct competitors, even Las Vegas, Nevada, their houses are going for more than $500,000 on average, which, good for them. But when you're having this questionability of being able to purchase your first home, making your dreams come true, the whole American dream thing, and you see it everywhere, the American dream is dead. Albuquerque is keeping it alive with the whole aspect of being able to purchase your first house, even a brand new house, at that $350,000. And for a lot of people, it means everything, right? It means a whole change of their lives, a whole change of confidence, a whole change in who they are, identity. Because being a homeowner means everything to somebody at some point. And when you're starting to look at these other markets where it's like, man, I'm never gonna be able to afford that. I gotta have 3 jobs in order to support that. In Albuquerque, you can have 1, maybe a 2 household income and still afford a home. And a lot of people are doing so much creative financing down here that it's pretty normal, right? So the barrier to entry to purchase a house down here, basically what I'm trying to get at to you, is very low, right? It's very low. It's almost like comical that even the state is throwing money at people to be able to afford a house here. And there's so many programs out there and so much great resources that help people to purchase a house that, man, it's almost a no-brainer, especially when you're paying just as much of rent, right? When you're looking at the rent for some of these houses, it can go up to $2,000. You can pay for the same in a mortgage. So wouldn't you rather put your money towards something that's going to increase in value and potentially earn you more money? Or would you rather just put it to somewhere where it's not going to do anything for you? I'll let you be the judge of that. So when we are talking homes and we are talking affordability, most of the time we're helping people with the search of purchasing a home because they understand the value of what we have and where we're at. And it's basically get the getting while the getting is good. And for the people that do want to move down here and just are not too sure if it's going to be a fit for them, they rent. But then they eventually end up purchasing a house because they fall in love with Albuquerque, the people, and they just feel so comfortable and they feel at home. It's like they grew up here. And they tell me that all the time. So before I got on this tangent, is Albuquerque still affordable considering that everything has gotten super expensive? Yes. Are there some areas that are not? Yes. Right? But on our Zoom call, we can get into that and we can really dial in exactly what you're looking for based off of your budget and based off of your wants and your needs to really marry the two to find that perfect area for you. I touched on this just a little bit previously, and the quality of life when you are living down here tends to go up for a number of reasons. Whether it's the nature and the beauty and the landscapes that we have here, the affordability of everything, or just the slow-paced living that we have down here still. Quality of life just goes up, guys. And me personally, I think it comes down to the people in our culture, in our environment, that really creates that, right? We're not having this superficial kind of image of always chasing after what most people call keeping up with the Joneses, right? It's really just down to being simple, keeping it simple, and living an easy life, because for the majority, Albuquerque and New Mexico together, guys, I guess, is a blue-collar community. And what that means is that Monday through Friday, people are just working their butts off to provide for themselves and their families. Come the weekend, they're just looking to relax, enjoy themselves, maybe take an adventure, maybe go out and enjoy what New Mexico has to offer in a sense of nature, getting out to Jemez, getting out to the East Mountains, to Taos, Santa Fe. Just because everything is super close, you can make a day trip out of going to some of these places and then come back home in the evening and still have time to get ready for work the next day, whatever the case is. But not saying that you can't do that anywhere else in the United States, but down here, that's kind of our culture and that's kind of who we are at our core. And with everything that we have to offer here that you can go out and do with really zero to little expense, it makes just a whole lot of sense for, people just to move down here to enjoy all that. Because some places like Denver, I know on the weekends people head out to places like Golden and, the mountain towns to enjoy the mountain towns. And it gets busy, right? Because everybody in Denver is basically moving to these mountain towns for the weekend to be able to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Albuquerque's population is only about 1 million people, if that, on a good day, right? And that's like a big span. That's all the little boroughs and all that stuff. And New Mexico's population is 2 million. Denver's population's like close to 2 million people. So can you just imagine double the amount of people living in your city, traveling to the neighboring mountain towns to enjoy the mountain towns? It's like you're not getting away from any of that. So I've had so many different conversations with people when it comes to this topic, and they let me know that, number one, when they came here just to visit, they felt like this sense of, I don't know, like refreshed. And they also felt like they can finally breathe clean air. Like the overpopulation thing is real, I guess, and all the pollution and all that stuff, but different topic for a different day. But you kind of get the picture that I'm trying to paint here, that quality of life goes up here, even in the affordability aspect, just because a lot of people are doing it with one household incomes. And I know that things have gotten more expensive and they can't stay this way forever. So imagine kind of getting here before the getting is good and being able to live like that before everything else just starts to go up slowly. So just something to think about, guys. If you're concerned about your quality of life, whether, prices where you're at have gotten super crazy, or, just the identity thing of keeping up with the Joneses is an issue, and you just want to live somewhere where it's still simple, kind of realistic, and super chill, you might want to hit us up to help you get you down here to Albuquerque sooner than later. Now, when it comes to what we have to offer as a city, I'm just going to be front and honest with you guys. We're like any other major city, and we have everything that you would need here. Shopping, healthcare, amenities to go out and do things for fun. All of it, right? We have breweries, we got amusement parks. We got Hinkle Family Fun Center, which is like an arcade. All these different things that you get to enjoy that you already probably have in your big city for a fraction of the cost, maybe less people. I don't know. It's just something to think about, guys, because when it comes down to it and we have these conversations about moving here, people get concerned about that they're not going to be able to get all the things that they're looking for when they are moving down here, because it really doesn't get talked about a whole lot, right? Albuquerque is still kind of like this hidden gem when it comes to what cities to move to. And believe it or not, Rio Rancho, which is like a borough of Albuquerque, I say borough, could you tell that I lived in New York for some time, was voted one of the best cities to live in the United States. And that's like 30 minutes from my house. Not a whole lot to do out there, but as it's growing and, as the city starts to do its own thing with what they got going on over there to offer jobs, to offer things to do, it's doing a wonderful job. So if Albuquerque's not it for you guys, you're feeling like, man, I see the potential in moving to a city where the population's only about 100,000 people, we can help you move there too. But in the whole grand scheme of things, guys, even living out there, you still got everything you need. You might have to travel to Albuquerque for a few things, but you'll have, Walmart's, Lowe's, Costco's, restaurants, both big chain and local, all within about 20 minutes from where you are. And in Albuquerque, I joke around and I say, it doesn't matter what side of town you're on, you're basically 15 to 20 minutes away from anything. So just kind of keep that in mind, guys, that with all the people that are coming here, we're just kind of trying to keep up with that, trying to be better about our healthcare system, our infrastructure as a city. We're trying to be better, trying to take care of old systems to bring in new ones, bring in a whole refresh of how we do things, right? We recently got an art bus, which really has helped out a ton with the whole commuting of public transportation when it comes down to getting from the east and west side of town. We still have the ABQ ride, which takes care of north and south, and the hospitals here just keep growing. Rust is adding more buildings to where they're at, and that's the hospital Rio Rancho. UNM is adding more to their buildings. I mean, they just are wrapping up a big project there. And yeah, guys, I don't know what it is when it comes to people moving down here and feeling like they're not going to get everything that they want, that they're going to be in some kind of outskirts town where everything is 45 minutes away. Be the first to tell you, really not going to be that. Alrighty, guys, now I gotta wrap up this video because I gotta go grab dinner. But if you guys ever get down here, you guys gotta get to Dion's. It's a local favorite. Man, their pizza and their subs are so freaking good. But aside from all the things that we talked about today, guys, I know we talked about a lot. Affordability, cost of living, quality of life, and how you are gonna live down here, even down to what we have to offer as far as amenities goes and how far and how close things are from you guys. If this is appealing to you and you kind of want to have a little bit more conversation pertaining to your unique situation, that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. As much as I love doing these videos, I would love to hop on that quick Zoom call with you guys to help you make the best decision for you and your family. But enough for me, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. We'll catch you guys on Friday. Peace.